Good morning, everybody. So I'm here in Black Creek on the shores of the Strait of Georgia or the Salish Sea. So it's a beautiful day. It's going to be a hot one, but luckily we have some wind. The strangest thing was that there was no wind for all these days. So we're going to do a 30 minutes practice. It's a morning practice. The sun is already shining quite hard. So let's arrive onto our mat. Place your feet, maybe wiggle a little bit forward, backwards. Just feeling the soles of the feet onto the floor. And then lengthening your whole body, but not in a rigid way. Just taking a deep breath in. And an exhale, positioning your body closer to a mountain pose. Taking a breath in. And a long breath out. Taking a breath in, reaching the arms up and overhead. And then reaching one arm, lifting the opposite heel, and then the other. So continuing doing that very calmly. Don't worry about the breath. But if your breath starts to be in sync, and then both feet down, both heels down, reach up, lengthen out. Turn the palms out and press the air down. Exhaling. Inhaling, reaching the arms up. Grab your right wrist with your left hand, lengthen out the right side of your body. So before bending, let's find that length. And then exhaling, gently going over to the left. Keeping the shoulders in one straight line, opening the armpits. Continuing to breathe, inhale, exhale. Inhaling back up, exhaling arms down. Inhaling up, grabbing the left wrist with the right hand, and again finding that length, even maybe pressing your feet a little bit harder into the floor, and then exhaling, going over. Inhaling, lengthen, exhaling a little bit further. And with your next inhale, coming back up, exhaling, coming down, arms down, interlace your hands in the back. If you can, bring the palms together, roll the shoulders back, lengthen out the arms. Inhale, lift if you can. Don't push the shoulders forward. So really make that movement with your shoulders towards the back. Inhaling, exhaling, gently coming forward. Straight legs. Don't force it, bending from the hip crease. Inhaling. And then releasing the hands, bending the knees, inhaling. Coming all the way up. And exhaling, arms to the sides. Let's separate the feet quite wide, but not as wide as a warrior two. Bring the hands onto the hips and gently bend the right knee. Keeping the left foot onto the floor, right knee pointing in the same direction as your toes. And then press into your foot and then bend the left knee. And really press into your foot to come up. And let's continue this. So the upper body stays long. And then we're gonna extend the arms and just keep the arms long. Stretch out to your fingertips from your armpits. So inhaling, exhaling. And then coming back to center, release. Bring the toes out, so heels in, same distance. Bend your knees, make sure your knees are still pointing towards your toes. And then inhale, press into your feet, work with your legs this time. reach up. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, up. Exhale. Inhale, up. And next time, exhale, bend forward, straight back, arms down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. One more time, inhaling up. This time, bring your arms onto your hips or in the hip crease. And let's move here from side to side. So coming onto the right toes, left toes, just balancing between the toes. And then coming back to center, press into your legs, bring the toes forward. Bring the feet hip distance apart or closer, whatever is more comfortable for you. We're gonna inhale, reach the arms up. And then as you exhale, bend your knees. So we're gonna sit into our chair. So to start, you're just gonna bend your knees. So your knees are gonna probably pass over your toes. And then start to press your hips back. If your arms up are not comfortable, you can bring them forward, but make sure your shoulders are rolled back or just put them on your thighs. Whatever is the best for you in this moment. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, and then exhale, let's fold forward. Bring the hands down so your knees are still quite bent, lifting the hips up. Not to the maximum, just inhaling up, exhaling, looking forward, bending the knees. Inhaling up, folding forward. So continue at the rhythm of your breath. Exhaling, sitting in your chair. Inhaling up, and let's stay here. Grab the opposite elbows and gently move from side to side. And then letting go of your elbows, placing the hands down. So if you need to bend your knees, please go ahead, bend your knees, place your hands down, and see if you can press with your hands a little bit more into the floor to lift your hips up. And then slowly bend your knees again, come back into your chair, see if you can go a little bit deeper into the chair, press into your feet, work with your legs, and reach all the way up. Exhaling. Let's come to the front of our mat. So find your mountain pose. Take a breath in and a breath out. Let's inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to hips. Take a step back with your right foot. So left foot points forward, right foot slightly out, hips parallel with the front of your mat. Roll the shoulders back, elbows back, and then start to bend from your hip crease. This time we want to keep the legs straight, so if your hamstrings are tight and you're here, that's okay. Don't force onto hamstrings. A little bit of discomfort is okay. Watch out for that front hip. It will always move forward to help you. So press it back and then make sure your neck is in line with your spine. So no need to look up, no need to look down. Lengthen your spine, reach your heart forward. Take a breath in, exhale. Press into your feet and come all the way up. And we're just gonna turn and twist to the other side. So right foot comes forward, left foot slightly out. Roll the shoulders back, elbows back. Inhale and exhale, fold forward. So we want to keep that length into the spine, keep the length into the legs. Press the feet down, especially the heels. Inhaling, exhaling. Explore your own body. What if I press that hip, that front hip a little bit more back? What if I see if I can really press my feet down or reach my heart forward? Explore different sensations. And then press into your feet and come back up. And step forward. We're going to take a very wide step onto our mat. So ideally the wrists are above the ankles, but that's quite difficult to see if you're not in front of a mirror or with someone else. So turn the right foot out, left foot remains 90 degrees. The heels are in one line. Your hips are parallel with the side of the mat. And then take a breath in, and as you exhale, start to bend your front knee. So bending the knee, don't pass the ankle, bending the knee, and then press and come back up. And bend the knee again, and press and come back up. And this time, lengthen the arms out. Again, we want to find that length into the arms, roll the shoulders back. So a little trick here is to glue the wrist to the arm and the hand, turn the palms up, roll the shoulders back, and then unglue the wrist, and then bring the palms down. And then bend your front knee, gaze at your right hand, your front hand. See if you can go a little bit deeper. So try to find a settling feeling into the pose. That you don't have to hold so much, or that the hold becomes very natural. There will be a stretch, there will be strength, but let's not cling on things. And then turn the front palm up and reach the right arm up. Glide the back hand onto your leg. So don't lean onto your back leg. Reach up, open up to the right. Exhale, maybe bend that front knee a little bit more. And then with your next exhale, come back into your warrior two. Bend your front elbow and start to reach your left arm up and over. So reaching, pressing the left foot down, reaching the left fingertips forward. It's quite a lot of wind here. So if you want to go further, you can bring both arms parallel or bring the hand down. Choose what works for you now. And then slowly bring the arms back into your warrior two. Inhale, back up, both feet pointing forward. Hands onto the hips. Take a breath in and a breath out. And then let's turn the left foot out. Again, position your legs so that the heels are in one line, the hips are facing the long side of your mat. And then do 2 or 3 bends with your left knee. So pressing into the foot to come back up. Exhaling down. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling back up, lengthening out the arms, roll the shoulders back. So if you need to do the little trick to find that opening in the shoulders, opening in the chest, go for it. Exhaling, bend the front knee. So find your warrior two and then settle. And then feel. How does it feel? And then with your breath, you're gonna be able to go a little bit further. Maybe it's just 1 millimeter. It doesn't matter. And let's gaze at your left hand. And I'm so grateful to be where I am. I'm looking at mainland BC and the mountains. Turn the front palm up. Inhale, reach up. Take a few breaths here. With every inhale, lengthen it a little bit more. And then exhale, bend the front elbow, reach the right arm up and over, and lengthen out. And again, if you want to go further, both arms can be parallel, or you can bring your left hand down. If your breath stops, then it means you go a little bit too far. And then slowly coming back up. Press into your front foot, both hands on your hips, and coming back to center. Placing the hands into the hip crease, roll the shoulders back. Toes can slightly point inside. And then roll the shoulders back, and again we're gonna go forward. So keep your spine straight for now. If you need a block, if you find that the floor is really far away, maybe you need a block underneath. Otherwise, bring your right hand down so you can fold forward a little bit. Right hand comes underneath your face, and then start to open up with the left. Keeping the hips as much in line as possible. Press into your supporting arm, reach the other one open, twist. And then slowly coming back to center, bring the left hand where the right was, and then inhaling up. And then slowly coming down. Both hands as wide as your shoulders. Walk your hands forward. And then press your hands into the floor. Bring your head in between your arms. And come into a very wide-legged dog. Take a breath in. See if you can lengthen your spine. Push your hips back. And then walk your hands back towards your mat and towards the right foot. Bending the right knee, lifting the left toes. So you can lift your right heel, lifting the left toes, and then come into a balance, if possible, onto your right toes. Lengthening as much as possible, otherwise you keep your hands on the floor, finding that stretch on the inside of your left leg. And then very slowly coming back up and walking towards the left side. Lifting the toes. And then slowly coming back up, keeping the palms down. We're gonna walk our hands back to the right this time. Turn your right toes towards the short side of your mat and lift your left heel. And then from here, come up into a lunge. So your hands can be on your thighs. Press your back heel back. See if you can go a little bit deeper. Bring the hands in front of your heart. Take a breath in, lengthen your spine, and slowly go towards the right side. So left elbows come onto the outside of the right knee. Press your palms together. And twist again. Coming back to center, placing the hands down, placing the left knee down. Untuck your toes. Inhale. Bring the hands onto your thigh, on top of your knee. Don't press too much. Exhale, let go into the front thigh. Inhale. Exhale, letting go. Inhale, exhale, letting go. So opening the front of the left thigh. And then exhale, place your hands down. Tuck your back toe, lift your back knee, and let's walk to the other side. So walking to the left, left toes pointing forward. Lift your right heel. Find your balance first, and then bring your hands onto your thigh. So pressing the heel back, right leg is your anchor, so has to be quite strong. Bring the hands in front of the heart, lengthen your spine, and as you exhale, turn towards the left, right elbow on the outside of the left knee, and open up. Keep on breathing calmly. If this is too much, drop your knee down. And then exhale, bring the hands down, bring your knee down. and slowly come up. And as you exhale, release into the hips, opening into the hips. And then bring the hands down, lift the back heel, and this time place both hands down and bring the right foot back and come into your plank. So your plank, press your heels back, press into your arms, lift the top part of your spine. Your neck is long, your tailbone points towards your toes, and then bring the knees down. Press into your hands and come into your child's pose. So keep your arms forward for this child's pose. See if you can bring your forehead down. If not, if you cannot bring your forehead all the way down, cross your forearms and place your forehead onto your arms. Otherwise, keep your arms towards the front. Take a few deep breaths in. Feel the air moving into your back, creating space. And then inhale, come back onto all fours. This time wrist underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, and let's inhale. Go for 5 rounds of cat and cow. So as you exhale, tailbone goes down, belly button up, round and round your spine until your head goes down, your chin comes down to your chest, press into your hands. And then as you inhale, tailbone goes up, belly button down, curving the whole spine. Your shoulders are turning back automatically and then looking up as last part. Go at the rhythm of your breath. And then after 4 or 5, coming to a neutral spine. And let's stretch out the right leg. So toes are on the floor. Press into your hands just to find a stretch in that leg. And then lift the right leg up, bend your right knee. We're gonna grab the right foot with the left hand. So if that's mission impossible, grab your pants or just keep your leg here. It's gonna be a different sensation, but it's okay. So if you can grab your foot, we're gonna start to really lift the knee up, curve the spine, look forward, stretch the quadriceps, the connection with the hip, opening the left shoulder at the same time. And then release, bring the hand down, bring the knee hovering above the mat, and then open up the knee towards the right. Flex your foot. And then start to lengthen out your legs. So if this becomes too difficult, just put your toes slightly onto the floor. And then bend your knee again and bring the knee back down. If you need a little break for your wrist, come onto your knee, shake it out, and then come back down. So let's go to the other side. So stretching out the left leg, press your heel away, find that length into your left leg, and then lift your left leg up. So activating the core here, bend your left knee, grab your toes, grab your pants, or keep both hands onto the floor, and then start to lift your thigh up. Open the right shoulder so you can pull your foot back so that your shoulder gets opened. And then let go of your foot, place the right hand down, bring the knee down, hovering, and open to the side. And then extend the leg to the side, flex your foot, bend your knee again, and gently bring it back down. Walk your hands a little bit more to the front, maybe your knees a little bit more to the back, tuck your toes, and let's go into our downward dog. So find your downward dog, Start always by finding the length into your spine. So keeping the knees bent, lifting the hips up, inhaling, exhaling, finding length. Roll the shoulders out, widening the upper back. And then you can start to walk your dog very gently, keeping the upper body nice and long. And then let's lengthen both legs if the hamstrings allow it. Inhale, exhale. Let's lift the right leg up as high as you can, but stay long in your upper body. And then bend your right knee and open up the hips towards the right. Maybe your left heel is going to touch the floor more easy now. Inhale, exhale. And then lengthen your leg again. Keep your knee bent and bring your knee towards your nose. So we're going to have to move a little bit forward with our shoulders. Bring the knee towards the nose. And inhale, lift back up. And exhale, knee to nose. And inhale, back up. And this time bring the foot down. Find your downward dog again. Inhale, exhale. Lift your left leg up as high as you can, but keep it straight. Bending the left knee and opening up the hips towards the left. So press equally into both your arms. And then lift your left leg up. Bend the knee. Knee to nose. Inhaling up. Knee to nose. Inhaling up. And bring the leg down. And bring both knees down. Walk your hands back. Shake it out. And then let's turn around. Coming onto our back. Bring the knees into our chest. Lifting your head, lifting your shoulders, making a little ball. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. And now bring your head down, bring your shoulders down. Keep your knees where they are. Open your arms into a T and bring your knees over towards the left. Just hover, don't drop them. Inhaling back to the center, exhaling towards the right. And towards the center. This time bring the knees above the hips, the heels in line with the knees. Lift your right leg up and bring it over your left. So as if you're sitting in a chair. Take a breath in and we're gonna go over to the left side. So the weight of the right leg is gonna help you rotate towards the left. And this time you can drop your legs down. Keep both shoulders on the floor if at all possible. If your knees or your feet don't touch the floor, don't hesitate to put a block or a pillow or something underneath so that you can find some rest. We want to open up thanks to gravity here. And then inhaling back up, unwrap your legs, come back into the squares, and then lift your left leg over the right and gently move your legs towards the right. And then slowly coming back up, unwrapping the legs, separating the knees, separating the feet, bring the arms in between your legs, grab the outside of your feet or your ankles And then start to lift the soles of the feet towards the sky. So your knees are bent, and we're going to inhale. And as we exhale, pressing the knees down. We want to keep our lower back, our sacrum, as much as possible onto the floor. So if you're holding onto your feet but your sacrum is totally lifted, maybe grab your ankles so that you can move from here. And if this is still too much, then you just bend your arms around your thighs and you press down from here, making sure the sacrum stays down as much as possible. Inhaling and exhaling. And then slowly release. Bring the knees back together. Let's bring your arms into our Shavasana and then stretch out your left leg towards the left corner and bring it down. Stretch out your right leg towards the right corner and bring it down. And then flip flop a few times. Find that comfort of your Shavasana. Taking a deep breath in and a long breath out. And I could stay here all day, as long as there is wind. So wherever you are, I hope you can hear the noise of the waves, the wind maybe, the birds. Wherever you are, I hope you find peace within, calmness. Wherever you are, be kind, be good to you and to others. Let's reconnect with our breaths. Reconnect with our body. And then bring the legs back together. Taking a breath in, reaching the arms up and overhead. And exhale, bring the knees into the chest. Gently roll over to one side and make your way into a comfortable seated position. Hands in front of your heart or on your heart. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for being. I wish you a wonderful day. Namaste.